James, please help rescue Darvin's Pizza.
You might not want that reaction.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Hey, I'm James from Smoking Out Barbecue, and this is Backyard Barbecue Rescue, the show where I travel on site to meet a real family struggling with a backyard barbecue classic. Let's go meet them.
James, my name is Darvin. I'm from Carnesville, Georgia. I've been smoking for about a year now. I'm a proud owner of the Kamado Joe Classic 3 and the Big Joe 3. Still learning. Have some trouble with some pizzas as well. Do fairly well with pulled pork and chicken and steak and whatnot. Your over-the-top chili is awesome, but my pizza experiences have not been that great. So would like some tips on that.
Why don't you let me make the burgers in the oven?
Dry.
That is so rubbery and bouncy.
Chicken skin.
Making sure it's tender.
Burn.
You are judged by your brisket.
James, I can't cook ribs for crap.
Today I'm at Darvin's house to help see if we can overcome some common backyard related barbecue issues. And we are in the South, home of barbecue. We're in Georgia and I can smell the peach trees burning, the whole hog's cooking. Darvin, what are we grilling?
Pizza.
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 All right, we're doing pizza. So Darvin, when it comes to pizza, what are some of the issues that you're running into that you want me to see if I can help with?
Well, I'm trying to learn to make my own dough.
Okay.
I'm tired of going to the grocery store every day or two, buying dough, and it not always turning out like I want it to.
Oh, what happens?
And well, sometimes it burns on the top or not done on the top or bottom, vice versa, and just hoping you can elevate my game a little bit. And the time, it takes me like 20 minutes to do a pizza instead of your 3.
Right.
So I want to get at least 4.5.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So we got time as a goal, as well as some saving costs, make your own dough, and then uniformity, top and bottom. So there'll be the 3 things that we work on.
Sounds good.
Well, I came up with a game plan. Let me tell you what we're going to do for today's cook. See if we can address those 3 pain points that Darvin's running into. So I'm a big believer in giving credit where credit's due. So I'm not a pizziola, but Vito Acapelli on YouTube, he does an amazing job sharing some dough recipes. And I've tried so many over the years, kind of starting where you started, where you go store-bought dough, which is great. It's convenient. It's there at the grocery store. But as you said, it's not free in terms of the price. And we also don't get a hydration that works great in Kamado grills. They're often made for home ovens, which don't go above 500 degrees. So that's in part where the time, taking a long time, comes from, and where the burning issue can come from. So we're gonna use Vito's homemade dough recipe, which is about a 70% hydration, which means we have to start it today in order to do our version tomorrow. So we just had a chance to taste test Darvin's version, and while I can tell you got nothing to be ashamed about, we did notice those few issues. In terms of the first pizza, we got great toppings, but we were a little bit raw on the bottom. And then the second one, with 20 minutes, we had more energy in the dough. And so we got a little bit crispy on the bottom, but then not as much on the top. So now that we've confirmed those are the things to work on, what we want to do is make up the dough. And so we're going to start following Vito's recipe here by adding our water, flour, as well as our yeast. Let that sit for 1 hour, covered up with a towel. And then for the second hour, we'll add in the remaining 40% of the flour, along with the salt, olive oil. Knead that till it's nice and smooth. And then put that on a tray with some olive oil so it doesn't stick. Cover it with some cling wrap and cover that with a towel for another hour. And then we'll be ready to break that into dough balls. So we're gonna weigh these out at 250 grams. And they're gonna now sit for the better part of 6 hours, and they'd be ready to cook. So if we started this first thing in the morning, we could have them ready to go right now. But since I was coming from out of state, you had to wait a little bit longer. So we're gonna put those in the refrigerator at the 6 hour mark and then pull them out about 2 hours before we wanna start doing pizza tomorrow. It'll be all ready for version 2. You ready?
Sound good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, here we are for day 2, and I gotta say, Darvin, I love the fashion choice. We're ready to go.
Ready.
You're ready?
Ready.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna try and improve today is the evenness of the cook, where we had our first pizza where it was crispy on the outside, but then sort of worked its way to a little bit of a raw spot in the center. And then the second one, when we had a lot of energy and then we were getting some overdone on the bottom, and still could or would want a little bit more doneness on the top. And so all that comes down to how we're going to set up our Joe. So the first thing we're going to do, Fogo was kind enough to not only help get me here, but send along a bunch of charcoal so that we have some good stuff to burn today. So we're going to fill up our basket with more than what you might think with the Fogo Gold bag. That's just the large pieces, which are great for pizza because they're going to burn, give us lots of BTU. Then we're going to wait till we see sort of that 450 degrees on the dome. We're going to close the top dome and leave it on the all the way open position, which is just going to help stop all that heat racing out the top and actually start to put some of that energy into our dome. And then a little thing that I've been getting better results with lately with pizza, we're actually going to take the top vent, put it all the way down to as if we were doing 225 degrees. So that roaring fire is going to choke out a little bit. All the energy is going to get stuck in the dome. And I'll show you on the infrared camera and the IR gun what that looks like once we're fully heat soaked. And at that point, we'll install the dojo with the deflector plates, open up the bottom vent all the way open, and let that come back up to temperature, and we'll be ready to get our pizza. And if that plan comes together, we're going to unlock the full potential of the heat signatures in our Joe. So we're going to get the conduction energy, which is our dough sitting on a hot stone. We're going to get the radiant energy, which is really important for helping render or cook the top of our pizza. And the dojo, of course, is giving us that convection airflow, which is also going to help with getting the toppings kind enough. Kamado Joe was kind enough to send you along a brand new dojo, and I'm excited for you to have that. And pizza is a great thing, but it also can do many other things like smoking a brisket. I found out last year it does an amazing job. So now we got the grill set up. Let's add our fuel and get going.
All right, sounds good.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Good?
Perfect. Yeah,
Awesome, thanks.
love it.
The crust is really nice and airy. Has a good flavor.
Crispy, but it's almost chewy at the same time. It's really good.
Okay, so we wanted to work on a couple things. One, the evenness of the dough on the top and the bottom, and also the time. So this is now pizza number 5 in about 20 minutes, which is the same time as yesterday. So how did we do on the timing?
Great.
Great. The other thing that we're looking for is getting the sort of the soft and crunchy dough where we get the leopard print on the bottom, but at the same time get the toppings done on top. So moment of truth, let's dive in, see how we did.
Let's do.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's a great pizza. Crust is just right. Toppings are spot on.
You happy with that?
Happy.
We gave you what you need?
Amen.
Success.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go enjoy some more pizza.
Let's do it.
All right, well, I'm back at camp getting ready to make the 1,000-mile journey home, as this is the end of season 1 of Backyard Barbecue Rescue. But I wanted to recap the 2 main things that we covered with Darvin if you find yourself struggling with pizza. So the first thing is starting with a great dough recipe. And again, all credit to Vito for his recipe that he shared 7 or 8 years ago on the channel. This has been almost foolproof, and if you're starting out on your pizza journey, I can think of no better recipe to start with. There are recipes that are ready in an hour to recipes like Vito's that is ready in sort of about 8 hours ferment, or like what we did with Darvin, an overnight in the refrigerator. And then there are ones on the 3-day side. We didn't have time for the 3-day one, and I've never gotten the results that I want out of the 1-hour one. And so I find Vito's is a great happy medium of being able to get enough hydration without having to go into additional complexity if you're brand new at making your dough. Things like a sourdough starter and a 3-day ferment process can be a little bit overwhelming when you're just getting started. The second thing really comes down to the temperature setup and how we regulate our dough. And the mistake that I see all the time is leaving the control tower open, all the heat goes out, you see 450, you install the dojo, but we don't really have any heat in the ceramics. And so by choking down the fire and trapping a bunch of that energy in the top of the ceramic, we're gonna unlock the full potential of your Kamado style grill when you're using it in a pizza oven manner. And this is going to help make sure that we not only broil the toppings, but we get enough energy into the stone to get that amazing leopard printed pizza crust on the bottom. And everybody, in their own words, was remarking on that, what Vito would call soft and crunchy dough. We got crunchy on the outside and a little bit of crack and crisp when you squeeze it, but amazing soft and fluffy cell structure inside of the dough. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, as I said at the beginning, this is the end of season 1 Backyard Barbecue Rescue. I'm gonna load up. I wanna say a big thanks to all the sponsors that helped pay the gas bills and campsites to get me here as I'm about to make the 1,000-mile journey back home. And a big thanks to GM Canada for lending me this GMC Sierra Denali. It's made light work of our trailer and a full batch of charcoal. Didn't even know I was towing. It's been absolutely incredible. I'm gonna regret handing the keys back over, but thank you for loaning me a press vehicle for the past few weeks to make this journey. If you'd like to be on season 2, keep an eye out for applications and I may be coming to your hometown. That's it for today. I'm James Smoking at Barbecue, signing off.
Don't be afraid to fire it up.
Nailed it.
That's so good.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is night and day.
I'm gonna have that.
Awesome. Smoky.
Restaurant quality, dude.
We have to tell people you're a chef too.
45 years in the industry.